Good, sunny, glowing, gorgeous, mid-morning in the greater Bloomington metropolitan area in central Illinois. This is Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing, and this is Monetary and Fiscal Policy Friday. And we're going to dig down deep right now because there's a misconception that all you have, that inflation is prices rising. And my first episode on Fiscal and Monetary Policy Friday is wage and price controls. And you may be asking, Vincenzo, do you really believe Joe Biden is going to have wage and price controls? Oh, absolutely. Joe Biden's going to, because he's going to blame the greedy capitalists and businessmen when the products, as we are already seeing, shortages with computer parts, used cars, new car shortages, can't get a new car, can't find used cars, right? He's going to blame, because the communist universities and Department of Education, the propaganda, they brainwashed in the 99 percentile in the United States and around the world as the misconception that you don't understand what inflation is. You believe inflation is prices going up. Wrong answer. That is the propaganda, and they changed it in the Webster's Dictionary about 50 years ago so that way they could print money and expand the money supply without you knowing that that is actually inflation. When they expand the money supply, when they print money, whenever they stimulate, when they use fancy words like stimulus, fiscal stimulus, infrastructure stimulus, food stamps, assistance, anytime where they're handing out made up printed money, that is inflation. That's why they changed the definition. So when he's going to blame price rises and inflation on the greedy capitalists and businessmen, and impose wage and price control Soviet style. That's absolutely going to happen by the end of the Joe Biden first term when he's going for re-election. But the truth of the matter is, inflation is when you expand the money supply. So Joe Biden this year has printed, and the Fed has monetized $5.5 trillion already, on his way to $10 trillion prediction by the end of Joe Biden's first year. That $5.5 trillion that he's put in to the economy of fake money, that is $5.5 trillion of inflation. He expanded the money supply by $5.5 trillion. That's inflation. The effect of that is going to be price rises, right? That's the effect of inflation. The cause is expanding the money supply, which is inflation. You see that? You understand that? You got to understand that. And that is what's going to cause oil. Big major prediction from Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing. This is why you got to get your portfolios together. One of the big problems with expanding the money supply or causing inflation is the United States dollar loses value. And as you can see, just as far back as TradingView goes, decade over decade, as you all know, if you had $100,000 in the bank in 1987, today, it doesn't buy $100,000 worth of shit like it bought in 1987. It might only buy $40,000 or less worth of shit now. You've lost 60% of your purchasing power if you left it in dollars, right? See, because they print money and they inflate the currency, which devalues your dollars, right? That's why you got to buy commodities and gold and silver. But the dollar index by Joe Biden, by the end of 2022, major prediction, will be threatening all-time record lows of 64, 65 spot 24, to 71 spot 44. You will be in this range somewhere by the end of 2022. The U.S. dollar, an industry exclusive to Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing, the U.S. dollar will be threatening, if not breaking, all-time record lows as massive inflation and value devaluation accelerates under communist, modern monetary Keynesian economic theory, Joe Biden, socialist Marxist theory, and it's going to destroy the United States dollar. So I'm predicting a 20 to 30% devaluation in the U.S. dollar over the next 12 to 24 months, right? That's a major prediction. And what that's going to go into and cause, because that's an effect of the inflation and the $5.5 trillion of the expansion of the money supply already on its way to $10 trillion Joe Biden's first year, it's going to cause the U.S. dollar to collapse and threaten all-time record lows by 2022. In-depth, hard-hitting, straight to the fact industry exclusive information, no bullshit, stuff you all need to know, which is going to cause crude oil, not the greedy businessman that's going to cause crude oil to, oh, wait for this prediction. You see this? Let's pull our industry and company favorite drawing to as Joe Biden prints $10 trillion of inflation his first year as president by the end of 2021. He's already at $5.5 trillion, and we're not at the halfway point yet. It causes the dollar to threaten all-time record lows, which devalues your purchasing power and makes you have to spend more dollars to buy consumer goods, food, all that shit. It's going to cause oil to skyrocket. And you see this? The big pump, bullish. Pumping price, volume, bullish. Since then, tailing off, but a significantly higher base now in volume, ultra bullish, and then a down and sideways multi-year bull flag. This is a decade-long bull flag, or a multi-decade, a 25-year long in the making bull flag. And when this breaks, it could take another year or two, but when this does break, it could break at any moment. But when it breaks, Vincenzo thinks by the end of 2022, as Joe Biden prints $10 trillion of inflation his first year, probably $20 trillion of inflation by the end of his second year total, if not 30, the U.S. dollar is threatening all-time record lows because when you inflate the currency, you devalue the dollar, which makes you lose purchasing power and makes things like oil, not the greedy oil business Republicans, oil go up. When you devalue and inflate the currency, it makes oil and commodities go up. Gold, silver goes up because in terms of your dollars, it's costing more. But in terms of other currencies that go up when the U.S. dollar goes down, it's costing less, right? So oil is going to break out, and you're going to threaten $200 a barrel oil by the end of 2022 as the dollar is threatening all-time record lows, right? You're going to be threatening $200 a barrel oil at the same time the U.S. dollar is threatening all-time record lows at the 70 handle, 70.00, right? Because Joe Biden is going to have, by then, at least $20 trillion worth of inflation and value devaluation with his communist, Marxist, socialist, modern monetary Keynesian economic beliefs, and that's going to destroy the dollar, and there's nothing the Federal Reserve can do about it because they want the stock market to stay up in the bubble that they've created, and it's all going to come unglued, and you heard that first. Oil is going to threaten $200 a barrel after it breaks out of this 25-year in the making now since 17-year bull flag. As soon as this 17-year bull flag breaks out with the volume to confirm it, everything's bullish, you're going to threaten $200 a barrel oil as simultaneously Joe Biden prints away the purchasing power of the U.S. dollar and it collapses on the weight of the $10 trillion inflation bill tax that Joe Biden's putting on us his first year. The U.S. dollar will be threatening all-time record lows by the end of 2022. And he's saying it's all free and only the rich are going to pay it. Well, when they print money, the dirty little secret is we all pay the thing called the inflation tax when oil is $200 a barrel and it's $10 a gallon. And milk costs $10, right? Because they've devalued your currency so much. Currency debasement. It's going to be a disaster. More of these videos coming today on Monetary and Fiscal Policy Fridays. Like, subscribe, and share. I'm the only crypto gold company talking about this kind of stuff that's very important. Like, subscribe, and share.